Hi, my name is Tommy. Welcome to my first video on my brand new drum channel. In this video, I'm going to go through what I call my Pearl Frankenkit. I call it that because it's currently a mix of different brands of hardware, cymbals, and yes, even the drums are from multiple different series. Although they are all pearl and they're all in the same antique gold finish. After many years of being in a variety of bands and being fully focused on playing drums and making music, I largely put my drums on the back burner over 10 years ago, only playing them occasionally. And around that same time, I moved from Ohio to Colorado and have focused on other aspects of life such as traveling, building a family, and outdoor interests such as mountain biking and fat biking. However, over the last 6 months or so, I've found myself coming back to my drums and playing them more and more, and can definitely say I have reacquired the drum bug, and I'm really loving just playing them again regularly. As a result of my long layoff, my kit has come to need some serious attention, as you'll certainly see by the sorry state of the heads. But I'm also wanting to get my hardware dialed back in and get the cymbals back up to snuff. But let's get into it and talk about the actual drums themselves first. So as I already mentioned, all of these drums are from pearl, and they have the exact same antique gold finish, even though some of the drums may be different types of wood. So that same color scheme does make the drums seem fairly cohesive, but if you look closely, you may notice some differences like in lug design. These 4 antique gold drums you see here actually represent 3 different lines from pearl. Before I get into the specifics, feel free to pause the video and go down in the comments down below and guess what you think they might be. So let's start with the smallest drum and work our way up in size. The first drum is this rack tom. It's a 10 by 8 inch BRX, which is an all birch drum, and I think it sounds great. The next drum is in the first floor tom position. It's a 13 by 11 inch drum that I have mounted as a floor tom. It is an MMX series drum, which means it's 4-ply maple with reinforcement rings. And the second floor tom is a 14 by 14 BRX floor tom, again all birch. All of the toms have pearls die-cast hoops, which I do really like. And last and definitely not least is this 26 by 14 inch bass drum. It is from Pearl's wood fiber series, which was a more modern take on a classic series that Pearl used to have back in the 70s. It is a 7-ply copper shell with an inner ply of fiberglass. A few years ago, I stumbled on this kick drum new in the box on eBay, made them an offer of around $500, which they accepted, and I've been using it ever since. The snare drum is a 14 by 5 Chad Smith Signature Series drum. It's a steel shell drum, and over the many years I've had it, I've found it to be very versatile and durable. I actually used to be a pretty hard hitter back in the day, but this drum hasn't suffered from any broken lugs or issues of any kind, and I do still consistently hit rim shots on it too. So it's been a great drum for the money I paid for it. I actually do have 2 other drums that are currently not in use, as you see here. The first is another drum I recently found on eBay, new in box, and it's another 12 by 9 wood fiber tom-tom. So I do have future plans for that drum. And then the other drum is the one that matches the 10 inch and the 14 inch. It's a 22 by 18 inch BRX kick drum. Currently it's just stored in its drum bag, but I've been thinking about trying to modify it to use it as a mounted floor tom. In recent months I have been scouring the internet trying to find a 16 inch antique gold floor tom, still with no luck, but if you know of one, let me know in the comments down below. I would appreciate it. So let's change the view here and start to look at the mix match hardware that I have now. So getting into the hardware, let's start with the stands. I do have a couple Pearl cymbal stands. One is right here, which the rack tom is mounted off of, and the other is actually over here, which the ride cymbal and the 13 inch tom are mounted off of. As for the rest of the stands, they're all Gibraltar. Got a heavier duty boom over here, a straight stand right here, and last but not least, another small boom here. Quick look at my throne. It's an old rock and sock throne, which is still really stable and real comfortable. It actually came with a back, but I took that off. So now moving on to the pedals. I'm using Tama Iron Cobra hi-hat and double pedal. I've had this hi-hat stand for many years. It's easy to position and works great. And same for the Tama pedals. I've had them for quite some time. They've been reliable, durable, and they work great. However, I am really interested in checking out some of the new and more modern pedal technology that's been around for several years now. Maybe even try direct drive. I see some of the people playing today doing some insane stuff with double bass. So I'd like to try some fresh pedal technology and keep working on that and see how that transpires. Moving on to the cymbals. First up are these 14 inch Zildjian quick beat hi-hats. I do love these hi-hats, but what really makes them stand out is the bottom cymbal. It's very heavy weight, has no bell, and has 4 large holes drilled into it. So it makes the cymbals sound really crisp, eliminates airlock when you're using the pedal, and not having the bell on the bottom gives you a really stable platform when you're playing, which I really like. Moving on to the crashes. First up is a 16 inch Zildjian natural finish rock crash. I've had this cymbal many years, been very durable, sounds great, good all around cymbal. Next up on the left side is one of my new additions. It's a Peisty 2000 series cymbal, 17-inch thin crash. The cymbal actually sounds amazing, but I am a little concerned about the long-term durability. Moving to the right side of the kit, next up is a Sabian B8 Pro, 18-inch rock crash and brilliant finish. This cymbal is kind of the oddball. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's been a good all-around cymbal. It sounds good and it's been very durable. And then last in the crashes is another recent addition. It's another Peisty 2002 series. It's an 18-inch medium crash, and I love this cymbal. So I'm excited to get a couple more Peisty crashes and build those out. And then last but not least is the ride cymbal. It's a Peisty Signature 20-inch power ride. I bought this cymbal used probably almost 20 years ago, and it's been fantastic. It has a powerful piercing bell, has great articulation in this portion of the shoulder, and just gives me everything I want from a ride cymbal in a smaller package. It's not that great for washing or crashing, but that's not something I really do. So that is my Pearl Frankenkit. I am certainly planning to do the head soon. So if you have any recommendations on that, drop that down in the comments down below. For the most part, I have always used Remo heads and had good luck with them. But I've been thinking about changing things up and maybe trying something different, maybe something from Evans. So if you have any recommendations or comments on that, let me know. I have consistently used Zildjian cymbals during my most active years playing drums and playing in bands, but I do think I'm going to continue the process to build out the Peisty cymbals here and also gradually start to upgrade some of the hardware. So in addition to getting this kit back in shape, I'm going to try to build out this drum/storage room into more of a budget YouTube studio for filming and recording drums, because you may hear that it's pretty ringy in here right now. And I've sold off all my mics over the years, so I'm going to need to build that out. So again, if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. I have a lot on my agenda to share regarding drum gear, playing, and other music related topics. So if you like drums, especially big rock drums, definitely subscribe to the channel and follow along. And if you found this video entertaining, drop a like down below. Thanks a lot and have a great day.